Did you find some mushrooms, eh? Yeah, don't play with them. I gotta ID those. I think they might be honey mushrooms, and if so, dinner tonight. You're trying to put an acorn top on it? The mushrooms are going too fast, so they need an acorn helmet? That makes perfect sense. Where are my keets? Where? Keets? I hear them. And they're upstairs in the middle of the day. And I'm not exactly sure what they're gonna do if I open this door. And I'm kind of worried about it. And go real calm, real gentle. Oh, hi guys. What you doing? I just fed you. So Ben's got his pocket. Looks like he's damn near finished with his. I had the dinky chisel and the dinky mallet. We just got a pretty significant donation to our GoFundMe the other day. Big thank you, obviously, to everyone who has donated to that, as well as those who have given us money through other means, whether it's cash in person, PayPal, Venmos. We really, really appreciate it, and really appreciate you, glorious people, and you know who you are. So hopefully we can find another big chisel for sale online, and we can buy it, and then this work will go twice as fast. Hey everyone, we're at our home, our rental, to be determined how long we're here. But today we decided we're going to redo the bucket waterer for our guinea fowl that are already at the land. It worked really, really well the first time, except some of the water nipple thingies leak a little bit, and so I put 3 gallons in, and it's gone a lot faster than 3 gallons should be gone, and the bedding underneath the bucket is pretty soggy, which makes that area of the whole coop stink. So we're just gonna redo it.
So we're gonna do 4 ports on this one. Learning from our mistakes, we are using silicone to seal. Now that doesn't mean that it'll perfectly seal the actual mechanism that releases water, but it should seal any gaps between the threads and the bucket. Every package should specify what size holes you have. You have to drill. You want to drill them right above the bottom line of the bucket, right above the floor of the bucket. The reason we're doing multiples is just to make sure the birds don't get upset at each other because they can't get to the water fast enough. So you can see these have threads which taper, and then this little mechanism here, which when it wiggles from side to side releases water onto that cup. So now what I'm going to do is around the outside I'm going to apply a little bit of silicone before I thread each one of these in.
I brought you a towel over there if you need one.
That would helpful.
It would.
That would helpful.
That would helpful. Helpful.
Put a decent amount of silicone on there because some of it's going to go out of the way as you thread this on. Shouldn't need to go any tighter than that with the silicone on.
Make sure to clean the inside before the silicone dries, just in case it did cover up the little peg part in the back.
Yep. We'll take a look at that.
Yep,
so
there's a clump of it.
The back.
We will be cleaning out this bucket. It won't be going to the keets with these coffee beans in here.
So I'm going to push that in.
Clean the silicone off.
You can just use your finger for that. And then just before it dries completely, just go in and make sure that you clean up as much of it as possible. There is a little piece of, there's already silicone on the inside of these, as you can see here. So as long as you prevent it from sealing, you're in good shape.
here in a couple of months, once it starts getting really cold, we will throw a little miniature heater in here, and they will have water all year long. Won't freeze in the winter. So this will work out really, really well. We found some really cool mushrooms, some the size of dinner plates, some tiny. Found some really cool coral mushrooms, amanitas, some that I think might be honey mushrooms, which are edible, but I don't have an ID on them yet, so I did not pick them. What I did find, I do have an ID for, is this guy. This is a lobster mushroom. He is a little worse for wear. I am not sure his texture, if he's going to be squishy or not, but if he's not squishy, then I'm going to eat him. Oh, look at those. Those are gigantic. We also found a very old section that was, they were black trumpet mushrooms, actually on our property, because the ones that we picked and ate earlier in the season were in the neighboring property, which I have permission to forage on. So I actually, ooh, more huge mushrooms. Those are cool. So I actually am really, really shocked to say that we have black trumpet on our property. So next year I won't need to go next door to forage. I made a mental note in my head where it is, and I'm very excited to go back next year and see how big it is. Those are funky. I have no clue what those are, but those are really cool. But I did want to mention that that lobster mushroom that I found yesterday was past its prime. It was a little soggy, kind of full of maggots, so I did not bring it home for dinner. I did, however, note in my phone for about a week or two sooner next year to check on the same area, because I found a lobster mushroom there last year in November, so way past its prime. But now I know that probably end of September is a good time to go out there and check it out. So next year, fingers crossed, there's lobsters there again. Finally reached that time of the season when the ferns are starting to die back, which makes it a lot easier to get around and to see what's going on. I'm going to be getting some fencing soon to bring up to the orchard. If it's a hard winter, the deer might eat the apples and pawpaws, the young fruit wood. It's also going to be time for raspberry murder again, because we can finally see it. Even 2 or 3 weeks ago, you'd be walking and then suddenly you'd find a raspberry with your leg, and that's no fun. That's no good. No one likes that. This whole area needs to be cleaned up before the snow hits, because once it snows, it's staying till spring. So we're doing our last bit of cleanup for this first floor joist. We expect that now that all of our tools are here, we know where they are and they're all set up. We know how to use them. We've done the learning curve that the next 4 joists are going to go much quicker. This one is kind of figuring out, what tool was best for the job. Yeah. What do the experts say? What do people who do this all the time say? What do people who do this for fun say? And going with what everyone does and kind of finding a place where we kind of meet in the middle on what we need to do.
We're finding our own standard.
Yeah. A lot of this is needing to be done a little faster than, say, some other people. Those people, they're doing it possibly for a living. They're possibly doing it for, their content in the background of their normal life. They're not doing it because they need to build a house because they're being evicted. So, some of the techniques are a little slower than we would prefer. The next ones, we are probably going to remove the majority of the material that is supposed to be removed with our little chainsaw. Is it the best tool for the job? No. Is it the fastest tool for the job? Yes. I know some of those curls are so...
Everything.
Look at how satisfying some of those curls are. One of our commenters on one of our previous videos mentioned perhaps using a skill saw. We do not have power on site as of yet.
Not to mention depth limitations.
Yeah.
Most skill saws go to about 2 inches, and these are, well, most of these beams you'd need to cut through on each side, which means you'd still need to focus on cleaning up that cut when you're done.
Yeah. We are attempting to dry set these timbers. See how they're fitting. I know that's going in pretty easy. Again, that's barely anything there.
Mark it. Mark what needs to be removed.
It's like right there because it's trying to set in on this side, but that corner just won't let it go in.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna.
Yep. Just a little bit. Oh, wait.
Bye.
You moved it before I could lift out here.
Sorry. Ooh. I don't know if it's gonna go in.
Squeeze the wood out of the way.
Pop back up on your side.
Oh, it'll go back in.
Yeah.
Hammer is very strong.
It's very heavy. Daddy's the one that's strong.
Both things are true.
The sledgehammer is very heavy.
We cannot even carry it.
No, I know it's very heavy. There you go.
School time.